Okay, small steps. I mentioned this before, right? Like you're doing this right now. Bravo, there's your first small step. Actually doing this coaching session is a pretty big step. But, signing up for it, purchasing it, maybe saying, let me do all 5 of these core 5 modules. Each one of those are small little steps that move you forward. Do what you feel comfortable with, what's attainable for you. On any one of these, like the worksheet. You got a worksheet in advance. Now, hopefully you're jotting down ideas or you're coming up with ideas for filling that out more completely. That bottom line there is really interesting for attorneys. And I know, right? You need to be 100% right all the time. It's like being a brain surgeon. You don't kind of do it okay. You need to do it correctly. But many times that gets in the way for attorneys. Like, I need to be perfect or I'm not going to do it at all. And you don't need to do that here. Your calendar doesn't need to look perfect. Your article can go through several drafts. Your outreach plan is something that grows and develops over time. So don't let perfect get in the way of good enough. And you'll see in the takeaways and in the worksheet for this session that really, it's fine. It's good, actually, to take a small step, take some step in the right direction. I think it's Stephen Covey who says in the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, if your ladder is leaning against the wrong wall, you just get to the wrong destination quicker, right? So let's get our ladder against the right wall. Let's take one little step at a time on that ladder. I heard this the other day and I thought it was fascinating. 97% of the time spent on the first journey to the moon was spent on course correction. You can course correct. Right? NASA with thousands of people, billions of dollars worth of effort here, and they were kind of making it up as they were going along. That's okay, and it's okay for you. So your why that we talked about before and that you have in the worksheet, and you, why it matters to you, getting your attitude right, understanding a time commitment, starting broad, then narrowing what you're trying to do. Don't try and do too much in any one year or in any one effort for several reasons. You'll try to do too many things and you do them all kind of poorly instead of maybe 2 things really well. And then also, when you look at that huge list, it's easy to say, I'm going to go back to being a really good lawyer. I'm not going to do business development. So do what's attainable for you. Start broad and then focus. And understanding in the lower left-hand corner there, this is a learned set of skills. You get better each time you do it. Mo Bunnell, in that book I mentioned earlier, Snowball System, has a great section on, and Patricia Gillette as well, that rainmakers or successful business development lawyers learn how to do it over time, right? So understand that. In fact, it's quite a relief that it's not, oh, Sally has that and I don't, or I could never do what Javier does because he's so good with people, or I don't want to go into a room full of people at a cocktail party and start introducing myself. You don't have to do that. There are a bunch of different things that you could do that plays to your aptitude and your comfort level. So rejoice in the fact that it's a learned set of skills and you've already started. In the takeaways, which I believe are 14 pages, this is all explained in more detail, but it integrates what we're talking about now. The outline, the worksheet, this session, and the takeaways. Oh my gosh, that is a completely integrated introduction to business development. And you see here, creating 3 good habits, for example. I'm going to set aside 30 minutes a week, and I'm going to put it on my calendar. There's 2. And I'm going to fill out this worksheet. There's 3. I'm going to fill out whatever comes through as I'm going through these various modules. Creating good habits is, it's just as easy as creating bad habits. So anyway, committing to further resources, continuing with this training. If you have difficulty speaking in public, maybe doing some type of TED Talk on public speaking or Toastmasters or whatever further resources you want, not just technically learning how to do depositions better, but in the broad scheme of how do I be a better business as an attorney? What does success look like for you? It's in the worksheet there, and you're going to fill that out. For you, what does success look like? Dedicate yourself to 3 actions this week. In the 15 minutes to getting it done session, This is a fundamental of how you spend 15 minutes. Isn't that amazing? 15 minutes a week, and you can accomplish what you're trying to do. But you need to be organized. What are the 3 things I'm doing this week? What did I do last week? Did I get them done? Do any of them need to carry over? Hopefully not. You're really firm with yourself about getting those 3 done. What are the 3 this week? Then next week, et cetera, et cetera. The attorney I mentioned a while ago that was had a really good year and was really dedicated, she actually, from the other session on 15 minutes, she printed out the weekly actions sheet, 52 of them, put them in a binder, put the binder on the corner of her desk with a Starbucks card on top of it. Every week, she'd fill out what her actions are for this week, review what she did last week, click off that they were done, celebrate with that Starbucks card. It was a very visual and very easy way to provide yourself with some incentive. So dedicate yourself to 3 small actions. Do that session to learn how to do that even better.